But for all of my aspiring authors out there who want to really write a book that inspires people to learn to do certain things, teach them certain skills, this is for you. You want to make sure that you're telling really good stories. And I think a lot of people think that they have good stories to tell, but they don't realize there are certain fundamentals that need to be in place. The reason why I say that is because I'm going to give you an example. There's a gentleman I was talking to. He was like, oh, Janelle, I want to write a memoir. I want some people to learn from the lessons that I have learned in my life. And I was like, that's wonderful. I could totally get behind that. And he's like, all right, I'm nearly 60 years old. I've got a lot of stories. I'm like, I bet you do. Let me tell you a story. Great. There was this one time I went into the bodega and these two guys started fighting. And this one guy pulls out a gun and shoots the other guy. And the other guy dies right in front of me, dead. Okay, if you're like me, you're like, that can't be the rest of the story, right? I think we can all tell organically that a story isn't complete, just like that gentleman's. That gentleman had a piece of the story. He had one part, the climax certainly, but not the full story. And so I want to make sure that you don't leave your readers feeling the same way. They'll put down the book immediately, right? You want to make sure you have all the aspects of a story. That way you keep them engaged, you keep them flipping the page, and then they're going to actually learn the lessons that you've been trying to teach. Look, even Jesus told stories in order to teach the people lessons, and you can do the same thing. So one of the things that I do in my course with my clients is we actually go over the fundamentals of storytelling. That way you won't leave your readers like this guy left me, wanting more. I want to make sure that your readers are left wanting to keep turning the page and that they really understand the lessons and the key points that you're trying to get through to them. Some of those fundamentals of storytelling include, you got to get us started with who the characters are. We got to learn about them, what's going on. Then we got to learn what their challenges are. And then we learn about how they go after solving their problems, their challenges. And then just when we think they can't do it, then they actually do. We learn how they're actually going to solve it. And then everything wraps up and is tied up in a nice little bow. We understand what they've learned, how they've grown. And that is how you make a good story. Look, I teach this with my clients all the time. We make sure that people aren't left wondering what happens next, so that way they put the book down and never pick it up again. I want your readers to stay with you. I want them to keep turning the page. I want them to get the lessons that you are trying to teach them through your book. Don't worry, you don't have to do this alone. We can do this together. See you at my next masterclass.